Unbreakable stars Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson, and is directed and written again by M.Night Shyamalan. In this movie, you have Bruce Willis, who survives a horrible train accident and is contacted by a man named Elijah, played by Samuel L. Jackson, who believes that maybe Bruce Willis might be more than just an ordinary man. Elijah has this very rare disease that causes his bones to break if they're even a little bit harmed. And through reading tons of comic books as a child, he comes to the belief that if he is so far on this end of the spectrum where he gets hurt so easily, maybe there's someone else on the other end who is a prototype of a superhero. And he believes that Bruce Willis's character David is that man. Of course, David doesn't believe him at first, but he starts remembering strange events from his past and begins to wonder if maybe he is a superhero. Now, this is Shyamalan's follow-up to The Sixth Sense, and he had a tough job with this one because everyone loved The Sixth Sense. It was a critically acclaimed film. It was one of the best of the year. So everyone was kind of expecting another Sixth Sense, so it was hard to live up to it. The acting in this movie is great. Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson really bring their A-games here. This is their first movie together since Pulp Fiction, and you really feel for both of these characters. The way Shyamalan wrote the character of Elijah is really well. You really feel bad for this tragic character, even though what he's saying to David seems utterly insane. You do start to wonder as the movie progresses, maybe he's right, because it does kind of start lining up. Just as David is figuring it out as well. Much like in Sixth Sense, where Bruce Willis's character there, you follow along what Bruce Willis is thinking. So really, the audience through the whole movie is thinking exactly what he's thinking. And it works so well because Shyamalan wrote these characters very well. And you really follow along, and you really like these characters. Also, the way Shyamalan took the superhero genre so seriously. Remember, this is before the superhero boom that we see today with Avengers and the Dark Knight movies and all those movies. This is actually the same year X-Men came out, which was the start of the superhero boom. And to have such a serious take on superheroes is really cool, really neat how Shyamalan did that. And I really gotta respect him for that. However, one thing I will say about this movie is I wish some of the supporting characters were a little better. Like David's wife. I never really got why their marriage is really on the rocks. I mean, we get that David's unhappy, and that we find out is because of where he is in life and stuff. Yeah, but we don't really get what is wrong with their marriage. What's going on? We never ever get any sense of what that is really, other than there's something going on. They're trying to work it out. And that's it. So I wish we had more of that to explain so I actually cared, because honestly I didn't care that much in those scenes, and the pacing felt a little off because we didn't really get to know her or why their marriage was on the rocks. Though some of the best scenes in the movie are when David is starting to figure out that he might be a superhero. I love the weightlifting scene. When you just see his son adding more and more weights onto the barbell and him lifting it, and it gets heavier and heavier every time, the way it's shot. The way it's revealed more and more that, oh my gosh, he's really strong. He's much stronger than he even thinks. And, hey, maybe this is a clue. Maybe there's something. And some of the other scenes, when he figures out, hey, he does get sick when he's in water. And Elijah comes back, well, maybe that's your weakness. Just great scenes like that. Also later on in the movie, when he goes and follows this one guy who's going to kill a family to the house where they are at. And that's a really tense great scene. I love the way that scene's shot. The cinematography in this movie is great too. Unfortunately, Tak Fujimoto did not do the cinematography in this movie, but the cinematography is really good here. Also, another thing is the twist in this movie, while good, isn't as good as the Sixth Sense twist, because you can kind of figure it out a lot easier just by listening to what certain characters are saying and putting two and two together. You can figure out exactly what the twist is. I won't say what it is for those who haven't seen it, but when you do watch this movie, you might be able to figure it out if you haven't seen it before. The score is yet again great. James Newton Howard brings his A game once again. He's great at these scores. I love James Newton Howard's scores, and he scores Shyamalan movies really well. This is maybe my fourth favorite. Maybe I should rank them at the end of the series. I might actually do that now that I think about it. But for now, this is probably my fourth favorite of his scores. All in all, as a dramatic superhero movie, this is a great movie. I really enjoyed this movie, and I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. So if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and check out my review of Signs coming very soon. That's going to be a fun one, guys. See ya.